Like, who else has been watching Ahsoka? Everyone raised their hand.
I'm really wanting to recite the theme song, but
it's not coming.
It's
not as memorable as Mandalorian.
It doesn't slap as much as like.
Okay. We can't start but the Ahsoka review by like talk about Mando.
Ahsoka.
Yeah, it's
Ahsoka.
Ahsoka.
Because of Chance.
No, I say Ahsoka. Who cares? There's a H there. Yeah, we get it.
Well, you know.
Okay.
Are you a Star Wars fan? Like,
what do you think about it? What do you think about it? You like it?
No,
it heated up, right?
It was a slow burn at the start.
Very slow.
Yes.
I think.
Very
but
slow.
Obviously, I tend to question myself when I think that, because are you being predispositioned to a sense of like the speed of like storytelling and stuff? And that's why it's like, not to labor on this point too much, but it's like, you know, the art of having to establish so much in a period of time. And it's that bit of, you know, what does the audience kind of want? But then I guess the artist's view of, you know, how they want to be able to tell that story
and adapt it
and all of that jazz. So it was a slow start, not gonna lie. But then it started to pick up.
It was really good. The last couple of episodes
when the action was happening, and then obviously your boy Anakin is there, and
your boy.
Yeah, let's talk about Anakin. But you obviously didn't watch Clone Wars and the cartoons, the New Republic, right?
Nah.
Well, so Clone Wars is so good.
Here
like people, no,
we've lost him.
If people have watched, have you watched Clone Wars?
No, I'm not as up into it.
All they need to do is remake Clone Wars like exactly with like actual actors, and it'll pop. That's how good Clone Wars was.
But do you think the je ne sais quoi of it all?
No, of course
was
not.
Like
it still needs to be animated. Yeah.
Was that? In
I think it's of the
form?
time, but obviously Ahsoka was like Anakin's Padawan, right? Like a lot. Like they had I don't know, 5-6 seasons, or I can't even remember. So that character got developed very well. So for those people that watch it, they knew what they were kind of getting into, right? Like I'd be intrigued to see how many people have watched it with that context, and how many people have watched it without. And if that really changes, but like if that dramatically changes how you kind of view it. But you're right, but like, what was the last Star Wars? Mandalorian was the last one, right?
The previous season.
Yeah, previous season, Mandalorian.
Or Andor as well. I think it was
Andor.
Yeah, but it was Mando before, and Andor was like a thing. And I only say that because I felt like, well, actually, I really liked that season of Mando. But the last 3 episodes of Mandalorian was like dialed to 12, right? Do you remember the action sequences? Like in the bloody Mandalorian kingdom of Mandalore. but what I mean is Ahsoka felt like that, right? Like when the sequences got like, as a character, is she a character you can get behind?
Yeah, she's badass, man. Like
dual lightsabers is what
she's badass, and like excellent casting with Rosario Dawson.
Especially because I believe Rosario Dawson has been a long time fan cast for that character for like many years.
Yeah. Could you imagine if she lost it out to hold on, I forgot her name.
Was it another Hispanic actress?
I forgot her name. Bloody
What's the role?
She was in Avatar.
Oh, Zoe Saldana.
Yeah, Zoe Saldana. Sorry, yeah. Can you imagine if you lost out to her? Because they're on, you know, that same
sort of
typecast type of vibe and everything like
role.
that. But killing it. Rosario Dawson killing it.
And also a fun fact, how I saw in some of the interviews especially during the Anakin episode, where it's Rosario Dawson and Hayden Christensen, like they knew each other since like acting school.
Yeah,
right.
Because they were like the darlings in the like late 90s, early 2000s, right? When they were like, well, one, Star Wars was actually happening.
Yes.
But even why is the first movie that came into my mind is the Josie and the Pussycats for Rosario Dawson? I don't know why. I haven't even seen it. But anyway, you get the drift, right?
Yes.
She's been in a lot of stuff.
Around.
She's been around. But sorry, going back to the character, hell yeah, I can get behind it. And I do realize, as I was watching like the final episodes of it, it's like this is the first of in the Star Wars where it's the first like the female forward.
More female characters are coming because like Sabine Wren was a big deal.
She's a badass too, man.
Yeah.
Like rocking the pixie cut.
How did you react when we saw what were the memories when Anakin first came back?
Kat, do you want to go?
Okay, because especially following Obi-Wan, the Obi-Wan show, It's
Hey
like,
man, Obi-Wan was trash, eh?
no, I enjoyed
You
it.
enjoyed it?
I enjoyed Obi.
I think we've got to rewatch it because we were in Europe when we watched it. Remember? You can't even remember. Yeah,
Were
we
we?
were. We were.
No,
We were.
I do remember. I don't know.
We'll do a power rankings of like a thing because
Later on.
I think for me Obi is the
I think it was just hyped up in my head.
It was hyped up.
Yes.
It was
Anyway,
hyped
sorry,
up.
Kat. We'll go back to you.
Yes.
Yeah,
but,
your reaction when we saw the old
because-
Anakin.
Because especially like the whole Anakin thing at the moment has been riding on the fact that people who loved like the prequels, who actually loved the prequels, have become more vocal. Hayden Christensen has spoken at length about being welcomed back in
Yeah.
a sense, being embraced more.
Yeah.
So I believe it was inevitable because I sort of know vaguely that the fact that Ahsoka and Anakin were like important characters that were linked together.
Yeah.
And so I was like, it's pretty cool, it's pretty badass. And then I remember seeing a lot of breakdowns of other fans like freaking out because, oh, you got reference to Clone Wars in terms of what Anakin was wearing.
Yeah.
And then he basically had the same hair as from like Revenge of the Sith and all that. And so I was like, that's cool. That's cool. But I'm sure more like connected fans with the material were, like, losing their minds more.
That's what's fascinating about kind of seeing Star Wars through the generations, right?
Yeah.
Because your OGs will be loyal to the
original.
the original
stuff.
series.
Yeah.
And then as soon as the prequels came, I do remember
Everyone hated them.
it
like,
just felt
during the time.
too like it was too futuristic, but not like
Yes.
and Jar Jar Binks and like
We need a sideshow for Jar Jar.
Can you imagine?
No one's gonna watch that.
Man, it'd be amazing. But then also I would say Hayden Christensen at that
Leave
point
him
of
alone.
time was very wooden.
Leave him alone. It was
Yeah,
alright.
like yes.
They were all wooden,
Like,
dude.
look, don't get me wrong. Like when I see him now, and I'm thinking of like actors in the
90s, like
actors in
that
the
time.
90s. Like
They're all wooden.
who else was it going to be? Like
Yes.
the casting did make sense, but there wasn't just like.
I'm sorry. I just remembered. I don't like sand. That just came up in my mind.
And it's all of those like random little scenes where it's just like, what is he? What
no,
are these choices?
He found his strides during Revenge of the Sith. I believe. Yes.
Yeah, but then even seeing him pop up there,
It's nostalgic. It's
there's
a really
the
nice
pang of
kick,
nostalgia.
yeah.
There's the like it's like, oh wow, but there's like, what did they do to your face? Like, are you
'Cause
trying
they
to
have
be?
to sort
Are you
of
trying to be
tweak it.
younger or older? I don't know
Older,
what's
young.
going on.
No, because
like,
okay, well, the time, well, in this show, the period that they saw him was the Clone Wars period. So he's old. I mean, he looks older.
no,
than that.
hold on. He was on the spoilers for anyone who's
Yeah.
not.
Well, you're watching the review. It's definitely spoiled.
But like, so they're on the bridge, right?
Yeah.
Where Ahsoka nearly died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His face was older then. 'Cause
It
that
was
was that
older.
was post. That's like he's obviously dead, right?
I think so.
Yes.
So and but like not the crispy version of himself. The
Pre Darth
Yeah,
Vader,
yeah,
yeah,
but
yeah.
going to
And
the dark
then they
side.
went to what
The
clone
flashbacks,
What
basically.
Clone War
Clone
was
Wars.
it?
Well, the Clone Wars is
Like,
used to
which-
describe a period.
which
It's not a
one was
singular
it?
war. Like the flashback.
Anyway, point being,
They
when
went-
it was,
they went-
and then when
then they de-aged
They
him
went back to flashbacks
at that point, right?
Yeah.
well, and change the hairstyle to look. Yeah.
The hair is always the quip,
Yeah.
isn't it? Where
Get
it's
the
just
wigs.
like
Get the wigs. Yeah.
Yeah.
They keep it neat and tight because the length will show the unwavering rigor of time and the how time has been so cruel to you.
But he still whipped out his favorite move with the saber behind his back and then going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think like out of all like the Star Wars apart from Mandalorian, which everyone just loves, obviously, this one has like
Yeah. We're repping right there.
the baby. This one has the most legs because in Clone Wars, Ahsoka had such a following, like, and it makes sense. There's such a dynamic between those two, and they're pulling on that thread of her being like Anakin, or like that. You know what I mean? Like, can possibly going down that path, and you can see in times that she's fighting with not that, but as a Jedi, she left the Jedi kingdom, right? Because she didn't believe, she got disillusioned along the way of the fight
Yeah.
You can see that there. So I think it bodes well. But I found we had a chat about this. Some of the action sequences stiff. I don't know.
The
Like, it felt a bit
choreography,
stiff.
like the choreography, they probably needed a bit more time to like
A bit
prep
more pizzazz, yeah.
because some of it felt like it's like pulling the punch, right? But it
Yes.
felt that the flow of it, or it felt really rehearsed, as in like I'm gonna hit this, then I'm gonna do that, and that type of
Not
thing.
as natural as it could be, but I mean.
But it's funny because
Yeah.
like, have you seen? I think like we don't see a lot of those, the behind the scenes, because Disney Plus has that, right? Like
I'm sure they'll release the. I'm
But
sure
no,
they'll
they already
release
have it.
it.
But what I
Making
mean is they
of, yeah.
played a lot of emphasis on the lightsaber scene. Lightsaber scene. I felt like the one-on-one fights were good.
Oh, were good.
Against
Yes.
the witch was great.
Again,
Like, that was-
Rosario is a
yeah.
baddie when it comes to the.
But when they had like multiple against stormtroopers, it looked very like weird.
Wait
Like,
a minute. We're missing the most important thing. Zombie stormtroopers.
well, again, I've watched Clone Wars. So I've
Nah,
seen
that was like
I've seen that.
I literally told Kev, I was like,
Wait, there's zombies.
wait, what's going on? When do they die? Like what's going on? This is no bueno. Like
Okay. Park Ashoka, top 3 of the latest ones in order. Like one being the
Are we
best.
talking movies or just the TV
No.
shows?
The latest TV shows,
Okay.
which goes from, it's basically Mandalorian, Andor, Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, and Ashoka. Am I missing? I think
that's it.
that's
it.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of these ones, what are your top 3 in order? Obviously, it's Mandalorian at the top. I would assume. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the second?
Yeah.
What's the other?
I think
I think Ashoka.
I don't know if I put Ahsoka third or second.
It depends on the day you're asking, right?
So what's-
because look,
think-
contrary to your opinion,
You really liked Obi-Wan.
no, Andor.
I don't like Andor.
Andor, yeah.
Andor's second season was
I think
whoa.
when you talk to like when I talk to a lot of people, you either like it, like
Oh,
really like
yes.
it, or hate it. Like, and to me, I'm firmly in the hate. Like,
Why-
I can't get behind the character.
Why hate?
Can't get behind the character.
I think
Are you against your own people?
Mexicans.
No, just
I like tacos, man.
Just immigrants moving to another world.
Hey.
Trying
No,
to...
because what I like about Andor is because I mean, of course,
Diego Luna.
of course, Diego Luna and the commentary, you get about people trying to find safety in a dictatorship. It's just I like it more when Star Wars tries to veer away more from the Skywalker saga. Like there's still so much richness that there could be in the Star Wars universe, and so like this is similar to Rogue One, for example. Like people put aside Rogue One because it's not connected to the Skywalker
love Rogue
saga
One. That was
in the movies.
I like the Rogue One movie, but
Yes.
I couldn't get behind Andor though.
But so it's like similar with Rogue One and Andor. It's just giving a perspective on more of what you would call the everyday people in the Star Wars universe. And so I'm excited for this meant to be another season for Andor, and then we're just going to see more of the story unfold.
Andy Serkis is gone, yeah? I'm trying to remember what happened to him. He didn't make it, eh?
He didn't make it, but apparently Andy Serkis said a teasing answer, but he's probably gone.
That was devastating. I'll never forget that scene. I'm just like, bro can't swim.
Yes, yeah.
Bro can't swim.
Okay, wait, we didn't answer it. So
Okay,
number
yeah,
1 is
so
Mando. What's number
Look,
2?
Oh, it's
Ahsoka.
I think Ahsoka.
I think it's
two for me.
Ahsoka by default almost.
yeah.
But then what's the
and
third?
Andor's 3 for me.
Andor's 3, yeah. And like, because Obi-Wan is more of just a standalone, so to speak.
Is it? There's
see
not the second one, right?
I
No, there
can't-
isn't because he's defeated
Yeah.
Vader, right?
Yeah, I don't think that there's going to be a second season.
And
It was
Boba
just
Fett is
standalone.
just Boba Fett, right?
Boba Fett was a Trojan horse for Mando.
Yeah,
'Cause-
I think so too.
Because
You
people
don't have to feel bad. It is what it is. There's no more
yeah.
Boba Fett as well, right?
people were talking about how like they were laughing that
It just
people
became-
people who are watching season 3 are going to be like, wait, when did he get Grogu back? And it's like you have to watch this other show to realize how.
Okay, if they have one more story arc to create, and they're going to create multiples, obviously, in the Star Wars universe, what do you think it's going to be? Like,
Kat, I'm gonna defer to you because I don't know.
to me, it's the Mandalorians. They've got more than enough to.
Oh, you mean in that
Yeah,
sense.
sorry. Like,
Oh.
like
Sorry, Kat, you go.
Well, I thought that they're still going to try to put more towards like the Star Wars Rebels characters, right? That were in Ahsoka.
Yeah, they are. The Rebels is Sabine and Ezra.
Yeah.
Like those guys.
Yeah. Sorry. Like,
the cartoons. You haven't watched the cartoons.
No, I get it. No, but it's just like, even if I'm thinking about Ahsoka, how it ended, it's like, it was, I quickly read some, like, articles online post its release, and they were saying, like, what does this mean? Second season hasn't been announced yet. What does this mean?
Just means that they haven't credited you.
It's like, oh, so they're just stuck. Sorry, Kat. They're just stuck on that place. It's like, Ezra, get your girl. Like, what's going on?
He knows where that place is, though.
Exactly. But then it's like,
I mean, we know where it's going to go.
We will be with the faux turtles.
What I'm more...
Who are really cute, by the way.
Like Chauncey's. What I'm more interested in is where these mercenaries fit in, because they clearly fit in somewhere. It just doesn't. Like the main guy looks like a pseudo Vader. Like,
I love how it's just like it's like just looking. Everyone is just looking into the nothingness to show what is to come.
Where does aged George Clooney fit in?
Oh, it's not aged George Clooney. It's more like Swedish George Clooney.
I think that actor, he's passed away anyway. So
What?
Are we talking about the same character? Hold on, what's his name?
No, you wouldn't. Can't.
You said the one with the beard, and he's with the blonde girl.
Yeah.
In Ahsoka. I believe that guy's passed away before the show premiered.
What?
Oh, that's really sad.
Because he was also in Marvel. That's where I remember that actor.
Who was he?
Hold on. He was in the Thor movies.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
He was sort of a background.
That makes sense, like a Nordic type of,
hold on.
Jeez, that's morbid.
Oh, that's really sad, actually. He was looking into
Ray Stevenson, who played Balin, right?
Yeah.
Ray Stevenson. I believe he passed away earlier this year. In May.
Well, hopefully
before the show started.
Well, hopefully he did not get his photos taken and then get used to used for AI to fill
without permission
fill a plot hole.
What if he does it and then his family gets compensated? That's not the worst thing.
Well, that's up for them to decide.
Yeah,
what I mean is, like, they are used. Well, how would we go back to AI? I'm out.
I'm just applying the conversations.
And I'm saying it can be used.
The things that I've learned to make up time for the first segment because
all right,
because I was accused of anger management.
Still, the fact that you're not letting it go shows a bit of.
Says pot calling kettle black. I would say right there.
All right, that was good.
That's good.
That was good.
So more Star Wars to come, obviously. I mean, Disney's gonna keep beating that horse until it goes. While Dave Filoni's also there as well.
Because they've got like Star Wars is at a pretty good spot for them.
Yeah, with Jon Favreau as well.
Because like Marvel got to figure their shit out, right?
At the moment, with this phase,
and
once they go back to work.
And then what else have we got? Like, there's going to be live action Disney stuff.
Yeah, that's also another horse that they're beating, and it feels like with a lot of the live adaptations, we get further away from God on some of them. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on some of them.
I wasn't expecting it to go down that way, but I appreciate the hot take, Kat.
In some of them, not the Little Mermaid, but some other ones. So